Babylon, a story of power and civilization. The city of Babylon, once a great civilization, a center of culture, and a symbol of power, has fascinated historians and archaeologists for centuries. In this video, we will explore the rise and fall of Babylon, a story that begins more than 4,000 years ago. The land of Mesopotamia, located between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, was one of the first regions in the world to develop agriculture and the use of written language. The Sumerians were the first to settle in the region and establish a complex civilization, with cities, temples, and a system of writing. But it was the Akkadian Empire that laid the foundation for the rise of Babylon. In 2334 BCE, Sargon of Akkad conquered Sumer and established the first empire in history. Sargon was a brilliant military leader, who used his army to expand his empire, conquer neighboring regions, and establish trade routes. But it was during the reign of Hammurabi, the sixth king of the Babylonian dynasty, that the city began to rise to prominence. Hammurabi, who ruled from 1792 to 1750 BCE, is best known for his code of laws, which established a set of rules for society and served as a model for future legal systems. Under Hammurabi's rule, Babylon became a center of trade, art, and architecture. The city grew in size and wealth, and its influence extended throughout the region. One of the most impressive architectural achievements of Babylon was the Ishtar Gate, a magnificent entrance to the city, adorned with colorful glazed bricks and images of lions, bulls, and dragons. Another wonder of Babylon was the Hanging Gardens, a series of terrace gardens built by King Nebuchadnezzar II in the 6th century BCE. The gardens were one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world and a symbol of Babylon's wealth and power. Nebuchadnezzar II was the last great king of Babylon, who ruled from 605 to 562 BCE. He continued the legacy of Hammurabi, expanding the empire, building temples and monuments, and promoting trade and culture. But Babylon's power eventually declined, and the empire fell to the Persians in 539 BCE. The conquest of Jerusalem by the Babylonians in 586 BCE is a tragic episode in history, as it resulted in the destruction of the temple and the exile of the Jewish people. The rise and fall of Babylon is a story of power and civilization, of triumphs and tragedies, of art and architecture, of conquests and defeats. Today, the ruins of Babylon stand as a testament to the greatness of this ancient city. The city of Babylon was once the jewel of Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization. It was a city of unparalleled beauty, wealth, and power, and its influence reached across the ancient world. But despite its grandeur, the city of Babylon was not immune to the forces of history. For centuries, Babylon had been ruled by a series of powerful kings, most notably Hammurabi, who codified the laws of the land and left behind a legacy of justice and order. But as time went on, the power of the kings waned, and Babylon fell into a period of political turmoil and instability. In the 6th century BCE, the Babylonian Empire was conquered by the Persian king Cyrus the Great, who incorporated it into his own expanding empire. For a time, Babylon continued to flourish under Persian rule, but tensions soon emerged between the Babylonians and their new rulers. The Persians, unlike the Babylonians, were Zoroastrians, and their religious beliefs and practices clashed with those of the Babylonians, who worshipped a pantheon of deities. This led to growing resentment and resistance to Persian rule, especially among the religious elite. Meanwhile, the Babylonian economy began to decline as the city's strategic position along trade routes was overtaken by other centers of commerce. This led to a decline in population and a loss of wealth and influence. As the Persian grip on Babylon weakened, internal rivalries and power struggles intensified, and the city became a pawn in the larger geopolitical game of the ancient world. In 539 BCE, the Persian king Cyrus the Great was succeeded by his son Cambyses, who was more interested in conquest than governance. As a result, the empire became increasingly unstable, and Babylon once again found itself at the center of a power struggle. In 522 BCE, a usurper named Darius seized the Persian throne and set about consolidating his power. One of his first acts was to quell a Babylonian revolt, which he did with ruthless efficiency. Darius's conquest of Babylon marked the end of an era. The city was left in ruins, and its people were scattered to the winds. Though the Babylonian civilization left an indelible mark on human history, its downfall was a reminder of the impermanence of even the greatest empires. Today, the ruins of Babylon stand as a testament to the hubris and folly of humanity, but he also serve as a reminder of the enduring power of human creativity and ingenuity. The Babylonian civilization may have fallen, but its achievements in art, literature, and science continue to inspire and influence us to this day. As we look back on the fall of Babylon, let us remember the lessons it teaches us about the fragility of power and the importance of learning from the mistakes of the past. Subscribe.